Hello and welcome, I am King's with MMO Play to offer up a quick review of Marvel Contest of Champions. Everybody loves a cash-in. Marvel Contest of Champions brings a bare-bones fighting game and more microtransactions than you could even imagine. It says a lot about your game when the best feature is bland and boring as possible. When you begin the game, you get a couple of Marvel characters to start with, and then you go through what they consider a story mode. I say that because calling it a story would be a disgrace. The writing and flow of the text is nauseatingly bad. An elementary school student can come up with something better. It seems like the script was written the night before the game actually released. Needless to say, opening the cutscene is really awful as well. Ignoring all that though, you travel along a visual level select until you reach a stage where you fight someone. Again, ignoring the awful dialogue, you jump into a battle against another Marvel character. At the very least, it works. The one thing that's okay, the fighting, while extremely basic, is actually not too bad. Tap or slide the screen in a few different ways to punch, defend, dash, or heavy attack. A lot of the battles is a kind of rock, paper, scissors. Punch beats heavy attack beats defend, and defend beats punch. Typically though, just mash the screen a bit to win most fights. However, in online play, the combat does begin to have a nice mind game aspect, which I actually found to be pretty enjoyable. Though I do have a major complaint about the fighting system that is just simply unacceptable. Except for your special move, every single character in the game plays the exact same way. Everyone has the same punch, everybody has the same heavy punch, everybody has the same dash, everybody has the same defend. The only differentiator is the special move, which typically just does damage or, something like that. And maybe a unique animation to go along with it. While the rock, paper, scissors aspect is a little fun initially, the combat drives itself out incredibly fast, especially considering even new characters bring very little to try out. It ain't a looker, but it looks. Firstly, the combat effects, character models, animations, and environments are all extremely mediocre. Everything felt so copy and paste from the 10,000 other Marvel games out there. This game doesn't even begin to attempt to establish any kind of visual style, personality, or even bother to make anything look as good as it can. All the assets look like stock graphics, or in other words, as safe and as cheap to make as possible. The one saving grace is the animations are actually pretty good. This is predominantly seen in combat where every move is snappy and quick. And oh god, the sound, where even is it? The sound design is like something from an unfinished game. Minecraft in its alpha state had better sound design. You would think that a game using the freaking Marvel license would at least have some of the sound clips from the 24 movies or whatever they have. How infuriating and insulting to a consumer and a fan of the licensing to not even get what brings these characters to life. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if just about every sound effect they did even pull was from some kind of royalty-free website. Little to no work was used in making the game sound even remotely interesting. Now hold your nose. So far, this game has been pretty rough with, some redeeming qualities. But oh my word, I don't think I've ever seen so many microtransactions in one place. It's like the mecca for money grubbing. The links to which they go is beyond rage. It's just pitiful. You think games like Candy Crush are bad? Candy Crush is a saint compared to this game. Every freaking thing in this game has some way to sap your money in multiple different ways. There's something like 5 unique currencies you can buy on top of characters, a revive that you can buy for cash or items, a gambling system, and it's so infuriating, but when you're actually in like a story mode quest or something like that, the damage you take in a fight carries over to the next fight. So if a particular mission has, say, 10 fights in it, if you start out with your 2 characters to begin with, there's no way you're gonna get all the way to the end without spending money, which is what they want you to do. It's disgusting, it really is. And that's not even the worst of it. Can you believe that? You like to pay to win, right? I mean, who doesn't? Being able to just buy a straight up upgrade to a character when you don't have the dozens of hours it would take otherwise is pretty great. Don't you love not even having a chance against a foe in multiplayer or even the story mode because your character doesn't have a high enough star rating? It's fun stuff. The incredible level of greed the developers show for this awful game is just gross. Generally, the game plays and looks as boring as possible, but it functions nonetheless. Every other aspect of this game, however, is just downright unfinished, or in the case of microtransaction, it's just nasty. Don't get this game, don't download it, don't try it, don't even look at it. Even diehard fans have absolutely nothing to gain. 3 out of 10, it's simply awful. Anyway, that wraps up today's quick review. Do you have a game we'd like to review? Please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.